Hello students, we were dealing with the friction forces, okay, and we have defined the basic concepts of friction and the graph which is plotted practically. Now we will start with the friction forces which is already classified as static friction force and kinetic friction forces. So first I will take this static friction force. Static friction force. And the first point for this static friction force is if there is if there is tendency of relative slipping. What is written? Relative slipping or motion, you can also say relative slipping. And one more important word in this definition is tendency. I'm not saying that the block is moved. The block has tendency to move. The block has tendency to move. It means if there is a tendency of a relative slipping, in bracket you can see only tendency and not actually, between two surfaces in contact, then the friction force, acting, then the friction force acting between them is called static friction force, which we have explained. When the block has tendency to move, but it is not actually moved, okay, so the kind of friction force existing here between the surfaces in contact will be called what? Static friction. Again, the same diagram here taken. A mass is placed on a rough surface. A force is applied here. Okay, a force is applied, and no motion means the velocity is zero. Then this friction force existing between the surface is called static static friction force. Static friction force. And as seen in the practical graph and practical observation, when the velocity is zero, the magnitude of modulus or magnitude of friction force is equal to the force applied. This is what? Static friction force, and this one is what? Applied force. When the block has not moved, means the velocity of the block is zero, okay, then the magnitude of friction force will be equal to the magnitude of applied force. Now let's come to the second point regarding the static friction. It is a variable force. Why it is variable? Because it is a variable force because the applied force may changes, because the applied force may change, and we have shown you, I have shown you that whenever the applied force will change, the static friction force will change with the same value. Remember this point also. Come to this. It is a variable force whose value or magnitude is equivalent to stop relative slipping till it reaches its limiting value. If you remember the graph, then I have shown a point, the limiting value. What is that limiting value? Is actually the block is about to move. Okay, the block is about to move. So what they are explaining here in this point, it is a variable force whose value is equal to the requirement to stop relative slipping till it reaches the limiting value. There are laws of static friction. So you can see the laws of static friction. Okay. The first law here, first law, see, the static friction force acting between two surfaces in contact does not depend on area of contact. Does not depend on area of contact. This is the law of static friction. The first law is what? The static friction force does not depend on the area of contact. Means a block placed like this, there will be some area. If the same block with the same mass is taken like this, so the area of contact is changed here, but there is no change in the static friction force. Okay, so it is independent with the area of contact. Very important law. Second law, if we see second law, then it is the maximum value. It is the maximum value of static friction. Second law says what? Maximum value of static friction is directly proportional to the normal contact force acting between the two surfaces. The second law is very important. It is saying what? The maximum value of static friction. See the graph? Maximum value of static friction is what? Limiting friction. Limiting friction is a friction where the block has not moved, but it is about to move. So the maximum value of static friction, that is called limiting friction, is directly proportional to the normal contact force acting between the two surfaces. We will try to write these two laws with the help of the block. Suppose again I will take the same rough surface. I have taken a rough surface and a block is placed here. A block is placed here on the rough surface. A force is applied like this. F force is applied, and a friction force starts existing here. A friction force exists in the direction opposite to this opposite to this applied force on the block, and mg of this block will be here. Mg of this block can be seen here, and the normal force. Okay, so what they said, the maximum value of static friction that is इसको कि you can say the limiting friction force, so I will write this as F subscript limiting. Here I will write what? Static friction and its maximum value is equal to limiting friction force. And it is said to have F limiting being proportional to the normal forces between the surfaces in contact. You can see here the limiting value is directly proportional to the normal contact force acting between the two surfaces. I hope you guys are getting this. Normal contact force is nothing but this N. Okay, this N is the normal contact force. So according to the definition or second law, we can write the limiting friction force